Jacksonville Jaguars fans, welcome into Duval Daily presented by GenJag.com. I'm Jordan DeLugo. Thanks so much for being here. Thursday, August 28th, the Jacksonville Jaguars just had what I would call certainly the first practice of the regular season for them. This is kind of like a middle period in between the end of preseason and the start of the regular season. Based on my viewing of this practice, I believe that this was a regular season practice. There's a number of reasons for saying that, but media was out there for the entire practice. And I believe that'll be the last practice that media is allowed to attend fully. I think that starting next week, it'll probably be more of that usual where it's like you can be out there for warm-ups and stretching, and then you have to exit the practice field and you don't get to see all the extra good stuff. But first practice of the regular season, in my opinion. We're going to get into everything I saw out there today. Really appreciate y'all being here. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. You can also check out genjag.com/shop. Pick up some new Duval gear like the hat I am wearing right now. Lots of other fun stuff up on the site. So you had warm-ups, drills, all that stuff, or stretching, I should say, all that good stuff. And then the team got together for that first huddle after 90-man roster cuts. They did have practice yesterday, but it felt like a big deal today with the media out there and all the excitement around it. And you heard them break the huddle after stretching, and I heard Super Bowl, right? I heard audibly, like, whoever broke down that huddle, it was like, let's go win the Super Bowl. And everybody's fired up. And that doesn't need to be a headline. Every team that breaks the huddle to start the season should be thinking Super Bowl, right? But I think it shows the expectation within that building. They're playing to win. They're playing to bring home the Lombardi. And I don't know that that's a reasonable expectation for the group this year, but that should be the expectation inside the building. And I think it absolutely is. And I do think this is a team that's ready to compete. They're ready to get out there and play against a uncommon opponent in a game that matters. Carolina Panthers, week 1 in Jacksonville, a little over a week away now from the Jags taking on the Panthers in week 1. And we will be previewing that game hot and heavy next week. Over the next several days, it's going to be more big picture type of talk here on the channel. And then getting into midweek next week, start really talking about Jaguars and Panthers and what that game means, get into matchups and all these different things that you do during the regular season. But they are ready to go. They're ready to go, but they also realize they're not done working. Like, they have to continue to get better at every single level, from the coaching to the players to the adding of talent, all that stuff. They've got to continue on the grind and continue to get better. But all the work they've put in is to get ready for this moment. And now they have to put in a whole lot more work to get ready for every single moment throughout the regular season. So it's exciting times, first regular season game coming up for this entire new regime and for this new look team. So it's exciting. You did have 2 additions to the practice squad this morning. The Jaguars had 14 guys on the practice squad from their team. And they added 2 more today from other teams. They added Eric Ezukanma, the rookie wide receiver was with the Dolphins, played at Texas Tech. And, he was somebody who could have potentially been kept in Miami. And I think that he's a player that I thought could get drafted, and I thought had a potential, to be in the NFL as a depth player. So getting him on the practice squad, he's got a little bit more size than a lot of the guys that they have. And obviously they also brought in Tim Patrick, but Ezukanma is wearing number 89. Matt Dickerson, the other addition, is wearing number 93. They were both out there today. Cool to see them. And Dickerson also spent time with Miami. So a couple guys coming from South Florida up to Jacksonville to play with the Jaguars and be on the practice squad. Tim Patrick, as I mentioned, out there wearing number 17. It's a big dude. We all knew he was big another player who brought a lot more size to the position at wide receiver, and he was out there getting in some work. Trevor Lawrence talked about him after practice, and they're going to be trying to get their reps in and get that connection and chemistry down. But I think it will be a little bit of a process for him to learn this offense, to get that connection with the quarterback and with the other receivers. But he's going to be a good leader, tough player, good blocker. Liam Cohen did mention he's not going to be really here for special teams. That's not the reason they brought him in. They brought him in to be a good impact on the receiver room as a blocker, as somebody who does not drop the football, who's reliable, who can be there, be where he's supposed to be when he's supposed to be there. That type of player I do think is valuable, that veteran presence. So good to see him out there. Number 17, Cole Van Lanen was back out there. He did the individual and positional drills with the offensive line and then worked off to the side. So he's not like he would have been limited today if they had, the injury designations. He would have been limited. But good to see him back out there because it's been a really long time since Cole Van Lanen's been able to go. Buster Brown was working off to the side, not in a practice jersey, but he at least was out there working, and they didn't put him on IR, so that means they expect him to be ready to go at some point in the first month of the season, which is good news for the depth of that cornerback room. He was, when he got injured, he was looked at as a starter. I don't know that he would have held off Jarian Jones, and obviously you have the Travis Hunter of it all, but he was looked at as, if it's not Travis Hunter out there, it's probably going to be Buster Brown with Tyson and Jordan, and I don't think that's the case anymore. But he is somebody who's going to come in, and when he's ready to provide depth, that's going to be great. Didn't see Wyatt Milam out there, rookie offensive lineman, who is, I guess, still week to week. I think that's where you would put him at, but he's not on injured reserve either. The only injured reserve players are Jalen McLeod, who is designated to return, and Caleb Ransaw, who's going to miss his rookie year. But Liam Cohen stressed the importance of him getting a lot out of this rookie year from a mental standpoint, and believes that he will be able to do that, cited an injury he had back in college where as soon as he got out of the surgery, he was studying, and I think that they believe Caleb Ransaw will be able to grow mentally at the safety position, even though he's not going to be able to go out there physically this year. Travis Hunter was good to go, as everybody knows, which is great. He's going to be such a key to the Jaguars in 2025 and beyond. So seeing him out there, working offense, working defense, that's what you want to see. The scout team defense and the scout team offense were out there for the first time, which again is a kind of telltale sign that you're in the regular season. You're starting to prepare for games that matter. So on defense, you saw the scout team, wearing Panthers jerseys and all that good stuff. Not actual Panthers jerseys, I should say. Panthers jersey numbers, simulating the different players that the Panthers will have and the different looks that they're expecting them to have. So yeah, seeing scout teams for the first time is definitely an indication that we are on to the regular season. Had some turnovers. Jack Kaiser picked off Seth Hennigan. Jordan Lewis picked off Nick Mullins. Travis had a couple drops today. Not the best. And Trevor was intercepted by Darnell Savage. I thought the ball hit the ground. Either way, it was a ball that wasn't a perfect throw, got popped up. Darnell went and got it. So a few too many turnovers today for the offense, I think you would certainly say. Antonio Johnson had a really nice pass breakup in perfect position at the safety spot. And the only thing I saw from an injury perspective, Anton had a play where he was slow to get up, kind of limped a little bit and had to get looked at by the trainers for a couple plays, but he got back out there. So I think you're smooth sailing right now when it comes to the Jaguars, and they're going to be getting ready for the Panthers over the next week or so. Such a vital game one to this regime and to this 2025 season. When you look at the Jaguars' early season schedule, they've got to beat the Panthers. I think they're itching to get out there and show what they can do. So I can't wait to see it. Really appreciate y'all tuning in throughout all of training camp and the off season, but it's time for the regular season, y'all. Buckle up. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Y'all have a good one.